Hey, what up, everybody? Jeff Greer here, Pastor J. Ending Project Hope with the last letter, everything. Um, just again, want to say thank you to everybody who's been pitching in, taking their time, looking at these videos, hopefully learning from these videos and thriving on these videos. I really do appreciate you guys and the views. Um, Pretty much, I'm already doing what I want to do to a degree, but I want to get out there. I want to do more with this. Next week, just to let you guys all know already, there will be another project started, and it's already in the works. Project Fear. It's my next project, so I hope you guys tune in for that, because we all go through that fear sometimes in our lives. Very hectic, very crazy, but you know what? We got hope right now. And like I said, it's helping others prove everything. That's the acronym. We're on the last letter. Everything. What does everything mean? What does everything entail? It's all that is important to you. Anything that exists. I like the definition though of all that is important. Because if you think about it, the stars in the sky really don't affect everything that you're dealing with in the world, whether you're at work, whether you're at home, whether you're with your girlfriend, whether you're with your boyfriend, whether you're with your any of your family, whether with your coworkers or not. That's your everything. It's what you make of your everything. Out of the acronym, it's probably one of the most greatest and most exponential words in it, considering it points out what is needed to be proven in life. Helping others prove everything. Well, what is that everything? What are we proving in that everything? How we perceive things, that is a priority, may even differentiate compared to others. The part of everything that needs to be pointed out is that the optimism within the mentality. One of the key thing is, Tupac said it himself, mentality is everything. It really is. Think about it this way, and I was even telling my dad about this. You know, if you're doing manual labor, for example, they say put your back into it. Why do they really say that? Oh, you gotta put some more muscle into that? No. Because if you actually put your mind to that, you'll realize there's better opportunities and there's a way of thinking about that to where you can excel and they might not want you to. So put your mind to it. Because mentality is everything. You know, we prove that hope exists. Prove who you are by your actions, not just by your words sometimes. Prove that living, no matter what, is worth fighting for. Even to the last heartbeat you have to see the water half full. Even more than that, prove to yourself that it is a necessity to take the opportunities in life for the better. Why are you scared to help yourself sometimes? It's because some people don't know how to. Because people look at their everything and forget to look back at themselves. You gotta understand, yourself is part of that everything. You gotta make sure you have hope. You can't just be spreading the word and say, oh wait, what about me? I'm scared. Why are you scared to help yourself? God even says throughout the Bible, ask and you shall receive. Not just God himself, but like everybody says that these days. Why? Because it's true. How else are people really going to know that you need help if you don't ask for it? Ask for help. Even to help others that surround you and even help you. Even to prove everything good in life is worth keeping. Even if it's the light as a feather compared to the native brick. See, the way I see this, and that's what I was trying to say, people will always just take a look at the brick on the scale. Imagine a scale. Okay. Now imagine a feather, a white feather, just simply on one scale, and the other scale is the brick. Now realize what happens. That brick will fall. It will pull you down. All that negative will pull you down. But that feather, that string of hope, will lift you up by letting go of the bad. Now really weigh yourself and see what happens. And let me see, what else did I type? I cannot stress enough that in life it's nothing but a test. You know, it's a test that you learn lessons from, and the mistakes that you make. You know, I see life also as like writing your own essay, and you're writing it in pen, not in pencil. There's a difference, and there's a reason why. It has to be in pen. You know, the way I look at it, we write as we go, and throughout the writings, throughout our life, there comes to a point where we have friends or family that come in as like peer editors and say, you may not want to make that mistake again. And that's when you can tell who's really going to be there in your life, is whether they're going to actually help you correct it or not, whether they know how to correct it or not, whether they have the wisdom to help you correct your mistakes or not. Surround yourself with truthful peers, editors, because those are the people that God may possibly use to channel the solutions to you. Within life, though, we have to wait for change, though. We have patience as a virtue, and it sucks. But I believe God has to make sure we are ready for the changes in life. Sometimes, though, we have to be patient, so patient. We have to be a patient like a stone. It's being a stone. You just have to wait there. Let it go. Let it be. Just sit there. And see, the reason why I insist on the patience part, especially with everything that happens in life, is because, and this is where the fear comes in. Sometimes the enemy will try and put fear into you. It will take a look right in your eyes, through your eyes, into your soul, and say, what are you worth? What are you worth fighting for? But it won't necessarily ask you that. It'll test you, just like life. And then what happens is how either you react or respond to everything that happens. So be patient like a stone. Being a stone is like being like what sometimes God does for us. He is patient till we have the enlightenment within our soul of the realization of what we understand, of what we need in our lives, what truly is a necessity, and what we define as everything in our lives. And with all things in life, God will be there if you let Him, and also be patient, because with ways we may not understand, He gives us strength to press on. Which brings me to the Bible verse, which actually an MMA fighter has, John Paul Jones, Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through Christ, which strengtheneth me. Everything you do, everything you touch, when you're reaching, when you're teaching, when you're preaching, when you're down, when you're set up there on a shelf all by yourself about to cry, He will give you strength. Now understand also, when people pray for things, and this is one thing I stress as well, when people pray for things, you have to understand that God's just not gonna give you like a synthetic steroid saying, alright, you're gonna be stronger, grow, get that strength. No. He's going to test you. This is what you ask for, ask and you shall receive. He will test you then on anything or everything you pray on. And by getting through that obstacle, you build strength. From the things we do, what we want to accomplish, what we want to see ourselves do, what we are, who we are, where do we come from, what is in our life that is considered worth possibly everything. You're helping others prove who you are. You're helping others prove that hope exists. You help prove your self-worth, even to yourself. You have to help yourself. Sometimes that other person turns out to be you. And there's at one point I didn't realize that. And now I have, and I'm so grateful. Because even though you concentrate on yourself, does that mean you don't stop concentrating on others? And also, if you're in fear, if you start concentrating yourself, you're going to lose the people that you have in your life. It may be a possibility, but I guarantee you, the people who really care about you the most will stick around even when things get sourest. This is the beginning of a journey that you and I are on. I'm glad you guys are here with me. I'm proud to say that I'm starting this. These are my projects. Next week is Project Fear. I thank you all. Stay blessed. Night.